If you're in the process of raising investment for your startup, a pitch deck is often the very first thing a potential investor will see. It's your introduction, your first impression, and in many cases, your first filter. Thus, it's absolutely essential that you make it as professional, comprehensive, and convincing as possible. Now, a great pitch deck won't guarantee funding. However, a bad one can certainly stop you before you've even started, and nobody wants that. Done well, your pitch deck grabs attention, explains your business in a clear, compelling way, and helps you get your foot in the door for a meeting or an introduction at the very least. Done poorly, it gets ignored or deleted. So, how do you make sure that yours is one investors will actually read? Well, first, let's go back to basics. A pitch deck is a short presentation that outlines your startup's key information, what you do, why it matters, and how you plan to grow. It's usually shared as a slide deck, either in a live pitch or sent ahead via email. Typically, it's about 10 to 15 slides long and it's designed to be both informative and persuasive. It's not a business plan, so it doesn't need to explain everything in detail. It just needs to be enough to get a VC interested in the conversation. In early-stage investment, investors are often backing the team as much as the idea. Your pitch deck is a direct reflection of how well you understand your business, your market, and what success might look like. A strong pitch deck shows clarity, ambition, and professionalism, just like a weak one raises red flags, even if the business behind it is promising. Ultimately, your pitch deck is pretty much a reflection of you. Remember, investors see dozens of pitch decks every week. You have limited time and attention to make an impression. A well-crafted deck won't just make you look more credible, it'll also help investors to do their job faster. While there's no one-size-fits-all template, most high-quality pitch decks follow a similar structure. These are the slides you should almost always include. A title slide, your startup name, logo, and a one-line description of what you do. Problem, a clear explanation of the problem or pain point your business solves. Solution, what your product or service does to address the problem. Market opportunity, the size of your market, who your customers are, and how you're positioned. Product, screenshots or a quick demo showing how it works. Business model, how you make money. Traction, key metrics, user growth, partnerships, or anything that shows momentum. Go-to-market, how you plan to acquire and retain customers. Team, who you are and why you're the right people to build this. Financials and ask, basic forecasts on how much you're raising with a brief breakdown of how you'll use the funds. Of course, this is a guide. You can adjust the order however you like. Also, it's a good idea to try and play to your strengths. So, for instance, if you have strong traction, you might bring that forward and pop it near the top of the list. Just make sure to keep the flow logical and easy to follow. As soon as it gets confusing, you're going to lose attention. Your pitch deck needs to be clear, sharp, and visually engaging. Avoid dense text and try to use charts and images to bring your story to life. If you're sending it via email, make sure it's easy to understand without a voiceover. A few short notes can help clarify anything that isn't obvious from the slides themselves. Avoid jargon, don't overcomplicate things, and be honest about what you know, and be clear about what you're still figuring out. VCs don't expect perfection, they know what it's like out there, but they do value clarity. Always remember who your audience is. Investors are busy, so your deck needs to get to the point. Focus on what matters most to them, the size of the opportunity, your unique insight, and why you are the right team to tackle this problem. If you're targeting UK or European VCs, consider highlighting regulatory or regional traction. For US-based investors, scalability and global potential often stand out more. At the end of the day, a pitch deck won't raise money for you, but it sure will open the door to conversations that might. It's your chance to show that you know what you're doing and that you're building something that's worth backing. So, keep it simple, make it visual, and tell a story. And above all, make it easy for an investor to say, let's talk.